Insider or Intruder CCR, filmed by Zhanae Henry, Nia Barnaby, Avika Antonor, and Janai Richards. PowerPoint by Zhanae Henry. In the beginning, at the start of this project, we had to do interviews to select our group. We made our own questions and went around asking them. Some of the questions asked were, what genre were you interested in doing? Would you be able to provide props and things like that? When we picked our groups, it was then time to produce a concept. This was easy for us because previously we had to write 5 summaries and I showed the rest of my group members the summaries that I had for the genre we wanted to do. After that, we decided to make this sequence a dream sequence. We looked at how the movie Final Destination 3 was constructed and how they produced premonitions, but we decided that it was going to be a dream instead. We also went off this movie because of how the establishing shots were placed, and we wanted to do something like that. How does my product challenge genre conventions? The image shown is our brand Gen Z Productions. The font for the branding is slightly jarring, and I gave it a shadow to appear more ghostly. The wording comes in on a distorted piano key and then fades into suspenseful music. The lettering is red because red is a common color that appears in horror. The shadow is white because, as stated previously, I wanted it to have a ghostly appearance. The next image is an overhead shot of me and my group members. This shot is the final shot in the sequence of the camera getting closer and closer to us in the library. This shot sequence also comes after the establishing shots. Another reason we shot it this way was so it wasn't just automatically the characters having a conversation after the establishing shot. It was to work up to it. In this clip, you can see us working on something that appears to be school related. There is pencils, books, folders, and papers. We added these props to show that we were studying for an upcoming test. The sound is suspenseful music that continues to play up until I walk out the bathroom in later scenes. The transition for this shot and many others are crossfades, soft, blurry transitions to show that this is a dream. In this picture, we have our killer. It is a low-angle shot. Low-angle shots are used to make the character in the frame appear larger and menacing. We used this shot because our actor is very short in real life, so this made him appear taller. The prop was a hammer, the killer's weapon. Ethan, our actor, is dressed in all black, so he looks mysterious. This scene used cut-tos because of the feeling we were trying to create. The music helps with this because it reveals the killer, so the music is fast-paced. This image is of the running scene. This shot is taken from behind but would be considered tracking and basically a POV of what the killer sees, me running. The music is fast-paced because all chase scenes in horror movies are fast-paced. The transitions are also cut-tos, helping to put out the feeling that we were trying to create. This image is of our title at the end. The font in this title has drips to the letters. Along with that, the text color is red. This makes it look like the letters are dripping blood. The words also have a shadow to make the text stand out and appear more ghastly. The representation for this movie opening would be never say I'll be back because you'll never know if you really will be. How do your products engage with the audience and how would they be distributed as real media products? Based on previous research, the production company we will want to produce our movie would be Blumhouse Productions. Blumhouse produces a lot of horror films and these films happen to do well. The target audience for this film is teens and young adults. The target audience typically enjoys the genre horror thriller because of the contents. The jump scares, suspense, and the edge of seat leaving scenes are what people from this age group like because of the thrill and adrenaline. This movie will be distributed by theaters and streaming services for the audience to view. After some time of being in theaters, the film will then be accessible by several services that people pay for to watch shows and movies. Each exhibition offers the opportunity of profit generation. We went through a lot of ups and downs throughout the filming process. We had to reshoot because our film ended up feeling rushed, like we were trying to tell the whole story. We also didn't have continuity. My hair was different on every day of filming and my outfits were different. When we reshot, we made sure to get it done quickly but not so it looks rushed. We finished all the shots but two, the chase and the wake up. For our first time shooting, we used Ethan. We wanted to have more options and Ethan didn't want to put the mask back on, so we had to try with Sebastian. We didn't like the way the shots of Sebastian came out, so we just kept the shots with Ethan as the killer. The wake up shot was a difficult shot to get. We forgot about that shot, to be very honest. I kept laughing, and Avika and Nia kept cussing me for it because I laughed every single time we tried to get the shot. Nia and Avika started to fool around some because they was sick and tired of me. Nia had pulled one of my braids and it really hurt. Then next she slapped me on the head and I felt it, and I'm a mind, body, soul, I'm a spirit. We came to the conclusion to have her to kick me because I would jump every time she made contact with me. We finally got the shot done and it was decent and to our liking. And it was towards the end of the class, so we went with it, and that was the best one we've gotten that entire time. This was the easiest part of the whole assignment. We used WeVideo to edit. Our teacher made 3 premium WeVideo accounts for the 2 classes to use so we can use all the features with ease and upload our videos to the class YouTube when we finished. The shots were filmed on Evika's iPhone 11 and Nia's iPhone 12. We used 2 phones because we ran into technical difficulties with Nia's phone, like storage problems and the video randomly cutting at a specific spot in the library. I did the transitions, some of the placing of the shots, and the trimming. Nia did most of the placing of the shots and added all the videos onto WeVideo so we could select the videos that we wanted to use. Avika did the sound and the credits. We used the crossfade transition for most of this film because it is a dream. They aren't too sharp, they're soft and blurry transitions. We used a cross blur as a dissolve to show the passing of time. The music was royalty free so we wouldn't get copywritten. The music was on WeVideo so we selected the one that best fit. The banging and the panting were homemade. The branding and title clips were made by me. I use CapCut, an app I'm familiar with. We used a black and white filter since we couldn't alter the lighting in our shooting spaces. How have my production skills improved from before and after the project? At the beginning of this class, I had no prior knowledge of the importance of the key components of film. At first, I would just put things that felt right together and did what felt right with no understanding of the purpose behind everything. Practicing and making short videos along with focusing on the specific assignments, dabbling gave me a good start. The process of making a film was a lot to learn with many things included. At the beginning, I learned the basics such as mise-en-scene, cinematography, editing, and sound, and how they work together to convey the genre trying to be portrayed. I learned the importance and the different things about each component and why they are needed. In the middle of this journey, we practiced the components and each time I got better than the last. The mini projects our teacher assigned paid off for this project. At the end, I was much better at filmmaking than I was at the start of the year and hope to improve even more at the end of this class.